ghosts, aliens, and other mysteries of the universe? Do you want to hear stories and opinions from people who have experienced the supernatural? Then tune in to Supernatural Limits, the podcast that explores the unknown and the unexplained. Every week, we explore encounters with the paranormal, the bizarre, and the unbelievable. Whether a skeptic or a believer, join us on this thrilling journey into the other side of reality.
Welcome, WEFOBZ Nation, to another episode of Supernatural Limits. Episode 8. You're here with BenJeezy, Puni Moa, and guysosmooth. Well, gentlemen, we are at it again, scratching the itch of curiosity. How are you all doing?
I'm chilling, bro.
Good, man. I'm just ready to get into this, ready to deep dive.
No kidding there. We're going to take a hella deep dive into this one. Because this one is a little freaky, a little scary. Just caution, warning, it might be too much for a bunch of people watching out there. We do not intend to offend you, but, you know, we're only putting this up because we're curious about the unknown. But without further ado, I want to talk about, there's a little something I got to get out of the way, which is usually how we do it here at Supernatural Limits. Disclaimer. Anything we say and or do on this podcast is purely for entertainment and educational purposes only. The views expressed by the speakers are the views of the speakers themselves and do not represent the wefobzenterprise brand. And that's that. So, gentlemen, what do you all think we're going to be talking about for this podcast, episode 8? Have any idea?
Something freaky and scary.
Freaky? Yeah. Scary? I'm pretty sure. I mean, like I said, I just hope it's a word of caution to all of you who are watching. You may want to turn on the lights and get into like a very well lit room. If you're into that scary, freaky shit, yeah, this will be right down your alley. So, boys, I'm gonna show you something from one of the cool YouTube channels that I follow. It's called Nuke's Top 5. They use this guy. I followed him from when he had, I think, less than 1 million subscribers, or about 1 million subscribers, but he's gone up, I think, 4 million right now. And he used to have this annoying voice whenever he talked on his YouTube channel, but it became the voice that everybody got addicted to and what he does is he puts together a bunch of scary videos for people to watch. The top 5 of his most scariest videos he's ever found, and he dissects them, and he he puts it forth for the people to watch on YouTube. We're gonna watch a segment, like the first segment of one of his latest uploads. It was about 2 weeks ago, but I think it's something we should talk about because the topic of today's, or should I say this podcast, Supernatural Limits episode, is the unseen ones. Those you cannot see.
You already got me backed up into a corner, bro.
All right, you all ready for this? WEFOBZ Nation, BenJeezy, Puni Moa. Let's get it on. Everybody see that?
Yep.
Excuse me. Nuke's Top 5 right here. Let's get into it. You can tell me to pause whenever you need to. We're just only going to watch the first segment. Disclaimer once again, this belongs to Nuke's Top 5 right here. He has 4.8 million subscribers. He's on YouTube. Just look up Nuke's Top 5. Like I said, I think I was there when he was at his 1 million subscribers. He's got 4 million now.
Wow.
We want to get on that level. We 5.
Yeah. Shout out to Nukes, man.
Yeah. All right. Let's go there. Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
The voice from the bushes. Uneen Bull Davis, who lives on the Louis Bull Tribe Reserve in Alberta, Canada, is relaxing at home one evening with her family. Suddenly, they begin to hear strange sounds coming from the dense thicket of bushes in their backyard. But they don't see anything there. What happens next is truly creepy. Uneen and her family all hear the same spine-chilling sound of a raspy little...
Did you hear what he just said? What that thing just said?
Yeah, man.
You guys read what it was seeing? Were you able to read the text?
I heard it without the text, Zeus.
But can you see it? Is it coming up clear on your guys' end? Just want to make sure. Puni Moa, you're on mute, I think. Are you talking to us?
Yeah, the sound is clear. The sound is clear. And yes, I was on mute.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to play it through.
Little voice coming from somewhere in their backyard. The voice just doesn't sound normal. And then things really start to get weird.
Oh, come out so I can see you. Come out. Come on. Come out. Come, DJ. Come on out. Shut up. Come on.
Hey, just off. What's wrong with you?
Huh? What?
You guys,
Bro, what the hell, bro?
you see what's going on? It's Alberta, Canada. I guess we can find the real video on Facebook, but I like the way Nuke puts it together for us.
Yeah.
Can't see this shit, but it's repeating what they say.
The
Let's
hell
go.
going on in Alberta, man? Damn.
Let's go.
The creepy voice seems to mock the family, mimicking what they say and eerily laughing at them while hiding in the bushes. But believe it or not, the situation takes an even more terrifying turn.
Come on out. Why not? Yeah, come on out. Come on. Come on.
Fuck you, let's leave.
Just go grab that gun.
They say go
No.
grab that gun.
That's what I'm talking about.
You gotta love how he puts that background.
Whatever is hiding in the bushes now asks, "Wanna play?" And with that, the family has now just had enough. They call the local police to their house, and Uneen shows them the footage that she has recorded. The officers scout through the bushes, looking for the threatening stranger. One of the officers also hears the raspy little voice mocking him. But even though he says the voice sounds right next to him, he says he didn't see anyone in the bushes. Uneen says that to this day, this disturbing event remains unexplained. Many video commenters believe that this could be some kind of creature roaming the Louis Bull Tribe Reserve. But what do you think this creepy voice could be?
Hell no, man.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Oh shoot, my bad. These commercials popping on. Better close that. Yeah. Let's start the discussion. The floor is open, gentlemen. Topic of the moment or topic for this podcast, episode 8, the unseen ones, those you cannot see. Talk to me.
As for what I was, my bad. I wasn't convinced, yo. I wasn't convinced because there was no image, or I felt like it was all a plot. That's just me, Yeah, I wasn't convinced, man. That's where I was at. I thought somebody was gonna jump out, and then also it felt like it was just felt like it was them just making fun of spirits and stuff like that, or creatures. It doesn't help with the Nuke. I don't know if if it was his background or
that was him. He does the videos like that. So he'll take
music and
yeah.
I know he did the subtitle and yeah, he's repeating, but as far as from what I've seen from the clip, yeah, I'm not convinced that it was supernatural or anything of a sort other than just some folks just role playing, trying to get a viral hit, which they did because it's 4-something million. That's where I stand at.
And we talking about it. I'm a little 50-50 with it, man. Like when things you can't see, it's scary, man. And one thing about me, it's hard to convince me, but like I'm with Puni on that. It's hard to convince a person, but I won't go around mocking the spirits, bro. Like if those dudes were out there mocking spirits, like, bro, you got another thing coming, man. Like you got to show some respect, bro. Leave those things alone. But yeah, man, that stuff was creepy. I think if we would have saw the police footage, that probably would have sent me off the wall right there, bro. But yeah, that was some creepy shit, man.
So I can understand where it kind of looks a little sensationalized with Nuke, the way he puts his videos out there. But what he does is he takes it from other sources, like the sources he cited, and he uploads it, and then he puts the little dramatic effect for the viewers, which, yeah, that dramatic effect can give you I can see where you guys come, like, it looks a little fake, right?
But I've seen it, though. I respect it, though, bro. Like I'm not saying that video is fake. You know what I mean? Puni has his opinion. My opinion, if I heard that and seen that somewhere, bro, best believe my gun would have been out too. Like the way he said, "Go get the gun." That's why I started agreeing with him. Like about damn time somebody said something that made sense. Like I'll shoot a ghost, bro. I don't know how I'm gonna hurt it, but I'll shoot at the ghost though. But yeah, that was definitely creepy, man. That energy was. So let's look on that side real quick, man. Like if it was real, yeah, that was some demonic stuff, bro.
Yeah, like I said, if now the way I look at it, he said or she said, whoever the person in the video said, go get the gun. Now let's play it if it was us. For myself, if I say go get the gun, I'm also like, hurry up. You know what I'm saying? Like, hurry, get the effing gun. Like I'm pissed off. Like, hey, who's out there? Calling them up, And then like as soon as I get the gun, I'm start shooting because I'm scared as hell. They didn't look like they were scared. They were just kind of like, who's out there? Like kind of playing, hide and go seek the whole time. Mm-hmm. And it went on a little bit too long. That's the only reason why I said I'm not convinced, but at the same time, I'm not going to disrespect the supernatural, because I don't want them to come out here and start hearing that. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to mock it. I'm just saying that
you wanted a sense of more urgency, right?
Yeah, so it's so guy. It's to me. I'm not convinced. I feel like that video is a fake. But as far as are there creatures out there? Yes, I believe in that. I just don't think that video sold me.
I like where you guys coming from. I mean, I could see why it wouldn't sell, or videos like this wouldn't sell, like I said. But then again, we come to the topic, the base topic of the unseen ones. Have you guys ever had an experience with something you couldn't see or couldn't explain, but it had, something was there that was out of the normal? Any of you ever had an experience like that?
Yeah, I had. At work, I work at a very historically famous place. I can't say the name. But it's been known for some supernatural stuff to happen there. And one night the housekeeping lady asked me to walk her across the street. And then I'm like, okay. So I start walking her across. And we walk down the hallway. We get to the room, and the lights are off. We turn the lights off to the laundry room. And then when I turn the radio on, it's like one of those little old school radios that you would see, like, at every classic housekeeping station. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it was like no digital. It was just a classic turn the knob one. So we're turning. Oh, she's like gonna go put things in. She's like, "Can you turn the radio on for me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I walk over there. I turned the radio on, man, and that "I Put a Spell on You" song was on.
What?
Of all songs, bro, like that. And I feel silly telling this because, like, a lot of people, they don't want to seem crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I tell this story to people, man, I always tell them, like, take this with, just remember, I don't normally talk like this all the time. So when I turned the radio on, man, yeah, it went right into that song, "I Put a Spell on You," and it just started going on. And the poor old lady, man, she looked at me and we both looked at each other, bro. And I was like, all right, come on. I kind of like, did my poly thing on her, bro. I was like, what do you need? And she's like, I need this lifted in here. I started doing everything hella fast, man, and we got the hell up out of there. But it was just something I couldn't see, you know what I mean? But while we're walking down the hallway out of the building, bro, I can hear voices coming at me from like left to right. It's like they knew we were. See, I'm getting goosebumps now telling the story, but it was like they knew we were scared, so they started, taking jabs at us while we're walking down the hallway.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm just trying to escort this lady out. This lady's lucky I needed the job, bro, because I would have just dusted her old ass. I would have just ran and left her, but I was like, damn, I gotta save this lady too, bro. So I'm like holding her hand while we're both running. Man, but yeah, that was probably like one of the scariest experiences I ever had, bro. Of something I couldn't see,
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. Well, for me, guysosmooth, my experience was the one I told you about, the one in Hawaii. It was just the fact that my cousin mentioned that there's an old lady spirit that roams that road. What was the name of that view in Hawaii that we were going to go check out? I forgot what it was called. But when my cousin mentioned that, and I'm the driver, I got chills through my spine because I was like, yo, this ain't even no joke. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only time, that's the most recent one that I can think of experiencing of what the question was. I didn't see it, but sure as heck, I believed it. Me and everybody in the car believed it.
Well, the way you both put it, so Puni, you didn't actually see anything, but you
I didn't
believing
see
it. Wow.
Just because you said it, yep. Just by word of mouth. It was just like, and being in the area of what, to be aware of.
Are you talking about Pele?
No, it was another. Man, I have to go back and pull up the notes from that previous podcast and what Puni's talking about, because he had it all mixed up.
You gotta be that cop video, man, because that was freaky. Just watching. Now that video was more concerning than the one I just seen, man. The cop, lady, her testimony and just going through this, of what went on. I was just like, damn, that freaked me out, dude. Still gives me chills.
shout out to Tomasi because he commented on that video and he told us about what was going down there, which I think I just gotta remember the places. Because we're on this subject, it slipped my mind. Anyhow, I went through the Facebook page of the one that Nuke said the lady put it up. She don't have the video on there. I guess she took it down. It's amazing you got that video, but unseen things. So you both, these unseen things, could we say they're supernatural?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
What else is there? What else do you got to call it if it's not supernatural, man?
It wasn't natural, Oos, but it was super. Super scary.
You know?
So why can we not see them?
Because it's supernatural. It's it's out of this world, man. It's something that the mind can't even fathom.
Well, let's dissect it. Let's go more deep into it. Why can't the human eye see these things, right? It's kind of like so I watched this what was it? So I watched this Japanese cartoon anime, right? And in the anime, it talks about magic. And they're like, in the anime, the main character is like, man, anything that they can't explain, they just call it magic. But what if they look closer into it? Like, what's behind the whole concept? Why is it? That's what I want to do with us here with why can't we see these things? Like, what are some thoughts that you both may have from your own experiences? Once again, WEFOBZ Nation, Supernatural Limits audience. We are not professionals of any kind. We are just dabbling into the world of the supernatural. What do you both think is causing us to not see these entities? Do they have some sort of power, some sort of camouflage? Are they existing in a different dimension that's right next door to our own? Like, what do you both think? Because I've got some stories for all of you all. I know it's coming from our own people based on why we can't see stuff.
Yeah. I mean, for me, man, I think it has, it's both, it's a little bit of 50-50 with me with the whole thing. I think they have camouflage, and then I think they go off of your senses, right? Because like that story I was telling, when we first walked in the building, I wasn't scared.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I had my head up high. I was walking through, and I didn't feel anything. It was when I got scared, when I turned that radio on, I felt like that sixth sense just kind of came up. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like the me not believing thing, that whole aura just kind of lowered itself a little bit. Like my shield came down, bro.
He broke
You know
your
what I mean?
walls down.
Yeah, man, he broke my walls down, man. So I think with that, it broke the walls down. And then when we're, like I said, when we're exiting, I think that was just free game for them, where they're just like, oh, hey, he can hear us. You know what I mean? So I think that's when they start attacking you. Or, you know what I mean? Who knows? I mean, we see our pets, our loved ones, you know, our pet, they can see things like that, even babies. But I think there's like a, once the wall of like your vulnerability comes down, I think that's when they start attacking you a lot.
Mm-hmm. Puni?
I really don't know. I simply don't. I don't have an answer, man. But I tell you what, though, I mean, if you see that little thing coming on my screen every now and then, that shit kind of freaking me out. That's like, I'm like, you see that? You see that? Oh,
just don't grab the gun.
For the viewers, for the listeners that are not watching this live, I mean, watching it, you know, how do you describe this? You know,
is that a pillow, bro?
No, there's nothing in the back. There's nothing in the back of me, man.
You know, bro, don't start that, bro.
I'm in a room. I'm in a room by myself, bro. We talking about this, you know. I got family in the house, but they're downstairs, but I don't hear them right now. So I don't know, man.
So there's a saying in our people where if you go and get this coconut that's all freaking nasty, the coconut that's been sitting for a while, and the things have become all what you call pala, all they call it popo masa or rotten coconut.
Yeah.
You take that rottenness of the coconut and you spread it on, you close your eyes and you spread it on your eyes, you wipe your eyes with it. They say you're able to see the other side or the unseen ones.
Unlocks it, huh?
Any of you want to care to try?
I'm in the desert, bro. We got no coconuts out here, man. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to defer.
I'll mail you a coconut. By the time it gets there, it'll be rotten, bro. Man, BenJeezy was talking about we can talk about the supernatural here, supernatural limits, but we ain't gonna go do no ghost hunting. And I was telling him, hey man, don't count it out.
But you know, that's just how I was taught, bro. Like, if it happens, it happens, but don't go looking for it. You know what I mean? I always feel like that's when them equals start following you home, bro.
Yeah, we were just talking about how Japan has the whole ghost stories about the unseen ones on your shoulder, right? You can bring that stuff home with you.
But then we have that in our culture too. It's like if your foot is hurting,
yep.
If your foot's hurting, that means somebody grabbed your foot or something like that. You know what I mean?
Or your face slags to one end. Let's say you get slapped by a ghost.
Oh, Puni, you were muted. Yep.
With your ear, I think it's either itchy or hot or like sting. You know, somebody's talking about you or somebody passed away. One of those two. Just one of those signs.
Signs again, right?
Yeah. But it's the things you can't see that scares you, man. Because like, I've heard some stories from Puni's cousins, man, about traveling ghosts.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like the ones, like they said, yeah. So a friend of mine had told me a story about things that I couldn't see, man. Like they were saying that their family member looked outside the house and seen a bunch of them just sitting in the tree. A bunch of ghosts, man, just sitting in a tree and stuff, bro. Like, and when they asked them what they were doing here, they said they traveled from one island to the other. They were holding on to the airplane and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I know it sounds crazy.
No. Another friend of mine too talked about the same thing, where an individual was possessed and brought it with them on the plane to Hawaii, and it wasn't just possession by one entity; it was a couple of different ones. So I've heard the similar thing too. Like you can bring that stuff with you, which is why I kind of trip out with the way they do these ghost huntings and stuff like that. Right? So these people can put up with all that stuff, but I think it's because they don't believe in the thingy. Where as us, we have a tendency to open ourselves up. We probably have that more of that connection to the supernatural realm than these other people do that do these TV shows and stuff and go looking for that stuff. I may be wrong, but yeah, what you can't see scares you.
Hell yeah, man. But you're right though. I think some people just have a deeper connection to it, man. It's like, because some people when they get haunted, right, or something like that, they just go like, "Oh no, I can't do nothing. I gotta move." Nah, man. Like my grandpa caught my mom and her sister talking to something in the closet, and then they said the name of what was that?
Wow.
Yeah, they said the name of a guy that was buried in the backyard. So my grandpa goes right in front of him, bro. He puts a shovel right in front of him and was like, "Talk to my kids again. I'm gonna dig you up, and I'm gonna boil you." Some people threaten it, man, or some people just run away from it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because those things know what it is. You know, that boil thing, that's actually how the islanders exorcise the dead one, so these dead evil entities. You boil the bones. That's the exorcism for islanders.
I didn't know that. See, I just heard the story. I didn't even know that's what that was.
That's why your grandpa
crazy.
knew. He knew. So our elders knew about a lot of stuff on how to deal with this stuff. And I've noticed that the problem is they haven't been passing on that knowledge to the younger ones. And then when we get into that mess, we have a hard time trying to deal with it. And I've heard a lot of stories where some still happen to the day because they weren't able to cut that stuff off.
Man. You think we should open up some schools in America?
I think America would love that stuff, but then, man, they'd look for any way to make, America's all about the money, even to this point. They would look for a way to make money off of what we open up. Remember, we were talking about, does the U.S. government know? How much you want to bet the U.S. government weaponized how to deal with these unseen ones? How much you want to bet they know about them and how to use them for war?
Oh, you mean like if they interrogate the terrorists and I'm like, I'll dig your grandma up right now and start boiling her?
Not even that, man. They probably
like
have
that,
some of those unseen, like that thing that was on that video. I know you guys are saying, look, fake, but what if they have creatures like that already? What if you can't count the U.S. government out for anything, man.
Man. That's why WEFOBZ, we are friends of the U.S. government. Don't shut us down, bro.
Everything we are saying is allegedly.
Unproven.
Please don't disappear us anytime soon, U.S. government.
Yeah. If you guys find BenJeezy in a motel room with a needle in his arm, it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Just know, bro.
Allegedly.
Yeah. You're right about that, man. You find me dead in a hotel, that's not me. I don't sleep at hotels by myself. I'm with my family all the time.
Yes.
What do you know?
You heard it here on the Supernatural Limits. It's just it's amazing that this world has these type of things that exist. And it always picks at the part of your brain. You're always asking the question, why? Where? When? What's going on? Why can't I explain it? Why can't I see it?
Yeah.
It's one of those things, gentlemen. Any other juicy stories to share on the unseen ones?
I don't have any stories. I would just probably be joining you to actually go out there and try to see if there's actual, like actually go hunts.
BenJeezy Puni Moa is the best one to go do it for us while you and I stay at the house.
Yeah.
I'll go on one tour. Just try to go see if it's all about I would join the party of looking for the Bigfoot, like out here. If there was like a group or a group of people that's doing that, I wouldn't mind joining that and just for the experience because because I don't know, one of you two said like maybe they do it because they don't believe it, because I don't believe there's a Bigfoot. So
no, that's exactly why a lot of these people do it. Like they don't believe in it, but they want to prove that it doesn't exist.
Now a lock monster and other things, I'm cool.
Stay away from the water, bro.
Anything has to do with the water, anything that has to do at night, I still don't broom at night, man. Because of our cultural stories, man. Even though it's a little crumb, I still won't do it because I do believe in supernatural. So that's what I have for tonight, fellas.
That was my excuse right there, Puni. That was my excuse back in the day. My mom be like, I need you to sweep. Like, oh, the sun's already down, Mom. I can't sweep right there,
We would use
I'll be using, and our parents, like Guy was saying, our parents believe in that, and our grandfathers and grandmothers, so they'll be like, oh yeah, he's right. Don't make them sweep.
Yeah, but see, the problem with me was they never gave us the explanation why. Like they told us don't do it, but they never said why. I always asked them why. I think when I asked my grandparents why you don't sweep at night, they said something like it angers the ghosts
Yeah,
when you
I've been
sweep at
explained
night.
to.
Like it angers the dead, or it angers the undead, or whatever you call those things, the unseen ones. It makes them
What about
angry, and then
what
Angry
they
about
people.
whistling, bro?
same thing makes them angry. It's like you're calling out to them for them to come and make you sick, make you affect you in a negative way.
Mm.
I always ask, whenever they told me those superstitious beliefs, any of my elder, well, mostly my grandparents, whenever they told me that, I always asked them why. That was me, man. I was a why asker. Like I would ask why. But they would tell
Yeah.
me it's because it disrespects or it angers the unseen ones or the ghosts or the ones who were once who died and now are in spirit form or something like that.
Huh.
That's why you couldn't wear the girls couldn't wear their hair long and wet at nighttime. They had to make it into a bun. You couldn't whistle. You shouldn't yell at night, or you shouldn't faumu at night. You couldn't sweep at night. Now the sweeping thing is there's also across the world, but it has to do with like goblins or something like that. Like don't sweep your floor because you might come into contact with goblins or elves or something like that. But then, man, I almost closed it without telling you about how I don't know, one of your family members or one of your friends or who you guys, an acquaintance of both of you, said there's people that were in a tree.
Yeah.
That came there from a plane. So there was a documentary that people say is either fake or whatever that I used to do based on these small little people that used to live I said in my family they have a legend about small people, kind of like how Hawaiians have a legend about Menehune. So
Yeah.
my family used to say about 12 at night when they're outside, when there was hardly any lights, when there was hardly any electricity. This is back in American Samoa. They used to sit outside, and in the moonlight, there was this tree in the village that my dad's village. And on the tree used to have all of these little people playing on it. They would hang around that tree, and then after, when the sun's about to come up, they would go into the hole in the caves in the ground that exist in the ground. And then they would always do that. They would sing and dance around this tree. Like fairies from England, like from the European nations. They talk about fairies dancing around trees. In Samoa, in American Samoa, in the village in American Samoa, my dad's village, they say the same thing. Then these things would go invisible when it comes to daytime.
But they weren't harmful though?
Not to anybody who didn't bother them, but they said if you did catch one, you became rich. They were like leprechauns. So there's a legend of one in Upolu in Western Samoa where this guy, he found their cave. He found their cave and they gave him everything he ever wanted. Buses, money, all of that, with one stipulation. You couldn't tell people that it came from us, and you cannot tell people it was us.
Wow.
So guess what happened to that dude?
He went broke?
Yep. Opened his big damn mouth, but then it wasn't his fault because the village forced him to open his mouth. Like, who'd you get all this stuff from? Where's all this? Where are you getting all these riches from? How are you buying all these things?
Yeah.
This is how the story was told to me. And the guy opened his mouth. He told him where he found the cave, and everybody went to the caves. There was nothing in the caves. The next day, the guy, he woke up, nothing.
Everything gone.
Everything gone.
Man.
In Ubolu, they say this really happened.
Let a good thing be a good thing, people. Damn. Mess it up for the oos.
Right? He couldn't even have his own, but then
Jeez.
that was on him though, trying to flaunt his shit like that. And
yeah,
I don't know, but for some reason I gauged it. I think their story might have been the 1950s or the 1960s.
Yeah, because when did they touch down over there to start building those hospitals? Like it was like 1942 when they got down there.
Something like that, bro. And then,
yeah.
So there's also that belief that a lot of the stuff don't go on because hardly anybody. Puni talked about it in a previous episode. People don't believe in it anymore. I just say it's still there. It's just people haven't, they just ignore it when it's around or something like that.
Yeah.
The unseen ones.
Man.
Closing thoughts, gentlemen. Closing thoughts.
Go ahead, Puni.
Don't disrespect those people's beliefs on anything, whether it's supernatural or not, man. Respect everybody's belief on whatever they believe in. That's my
Respect
closing.
it as long as it isn't affecting you in a negative way, right?
Let everybody be, man.
Yeah, if it ain't bothering you, don't mess with it.
Yeah, don't mess with it. Don't mock it, That's it, man.
Awesome. Ben?
Yeah, man. I'm going the same thing, dude. Like, just respect people's cultures, bro. Because I used to be a little shit like that. Like, people were like, "Oh, don't do that, man. It's bad in my culture." I'm like, why? You know what I mean? But yeah, just do your things out there. All you spiritual warriors out there, bro. Keep swinging away. I want to see some more of that. And then, yeah, man, that was a great topic to talk about today.
Well, you heard it, WEFOBZ Nation, right here on Supernatural Limits. You heard and seen. Hopefully, I can get this video without it getting striked out. Nuke, come on, man, let me use this bit. If not, I'll probably cut it off and just put what we talked about down. But it's that saying: when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Yeah.
With that being said, ladies and gents, we want to thank you for coming along with this journey as we talked about the unseen ones. We look forward to having you all on the next one. This has been BenJeezy, Puni Moa, guysosmooth, Supernatural Limits. Let's go there. We out.